Dear students, in previous video we have seen about external characters and habitat of Pila globosa. In this video we'll discuss about the body of Pila. I am Jayashree Shinde. Let us see how the body of Pila is. See, in this figure you can observe a diagram which shows body after removing the shell. After careful removal of shell, the soft body of Pila is exposed. The body is differentiated into three distinct regions: anterior head, anterior head, ventral foot, ventral foot, and dorsal visceral mass. See here, dorsal visceral mass. Head and foot are protruded. Head, this is head region, and behind this it is foot region. Head and foot are protruded from the shell for creeping, but the visceral mass always remain within the shell. हे visceral mass आहे हे नेहमी कुठे राहतं? शेल मध्येच राहतं. The body of animal does not lie freely in the shell. This body is not remains free in the shell. It is firmly connected with the shell by strong columellar muscle. The columellar muscle arises from the foot and it is inserted to the columella. This muscle causes the withdrawal of the body into last whorl of shell and also prevent the body from extending out of the shell beyond a certain limit. Columellar muscle काय function आहे columellar muscleचं? It firmly attaches with the body and shell. या सॉफ्ट बॉडीला आधार द्यायचं काम कोल्युमिलर मसल करत असते. Now see head. It is the anterior most fleshy bilaterally symmetrical part of body prolonged into contractile snout. The snout bears two pairs of tentacles. Snout like portion आहे हा प्रोट्रूड झालेला आहे बाहेर शेलच्या बाहेर आलेला आपल्याला दिसतो. It shows tentacles, two pairs of tentacles. दोन pairs दिसतात tentaclesच्या. See, these are the tentacles. Two are small and two are long. This small pair is known as first pair of tentacles or labial palps or small. Lie in front and behind them there is a second pair of tentacles which are longer and highly contractile. आपण एक साधी स्नेल बघितली तर गोगल गाय जर चालत असताना बघितली असेल तुम्ही तर आपण हे जे टेंटेकल्स असतात ते बघितलेत सर्वांनी. त्याला आपण काय म्हणतो आपल्या बोली भाषेमध्ये गोगल गायचे शिंग म्हणतो. आपण याला जर इथे टच केलं तर काय होतं? ती ते आतमध्ये करून घेते, आतमध्ये ओढून घेते. दे आर हायली कॉन्ट्रॅक्टाईल म्हणजेच काय? दे आर हायली कॉन्ट्रॅक्टाईल. These are hollow and capable of much extension and contraction. Outside and a little behind each second tentacle, a short cylindrical stalk, the ometophore, bearing an eye at its tip. काय आहे बघा बरं आता. It is a stalk-like structure. Stalk-like structure known as ometophore. Ometophore and something is there. See, both ometophores having eyes on its tip. Tipla, ometophore tipla काय आहे? Eyes are present. This is a stalk-like structure known as ometophore and they bears a pair of eyes at its tip. The labial palps, tentads and ometophores can be extended and retracted as the occasion demands. हे ओमेटोफोर्स किंवा हे लॅबियल पाल्प्स आहेत. हे जेव्हा गरज असेल तेव्हा ती पायला काय करते, शेलच्या आतमध्ये रिट्रॅक्ट करून घेऊ शकते किंवा बाहेर प्रोट्रूड करू शकते. ओके, नाउ सी फूट below the head on the ventral side. Below, see this is head, and below this head on ventral side, a large, highly extensible foot is present. It is triangular organ. See in another figure you can see. As we have seen these palps and ometophores and second pair of tentacles. Now see, this is a triangular foot, and its pointed apex directed backwards. The foot has flat, broad, smooth and grey ventral surface called sole. This is sole of the foot. See, this is sole of the foot. See, you can see it is somewhat triangular in shape. It is applied to substratum for creeping. Foot has two parts, anterior propodium and posterior metapodium, bearing operculum on its dorsal side. Now this is operculum and we have already discussed about it. When the foot is withdrawn, the operculum closes the mouth of the shell. The foot is highly contractile with the muscle fiber arranged crosswise and lengthwise. In the foot, a pedal mucus gland is present, which forms a slime trail during locomotion. We have seen in previous videos that when it creeps, when the snails creeps, they during locomotion they forms the slime trail behind their path. What is the reason of that? That is due to the pedal mucus gland which is present in the foot. Okay, the foot is used for locomotion and attachment. What is the function of foot? It is used for the locomotion and attachment to any substratum. Now see the mantle or pallial complex. You see third part remains visceral mass. We have seen head, this foot and now this visceral mass. It is the part of body. It is coiled exactly like the shell to fit in it. It forms a sort of hump on the dorsal side and contains all the main organs of Pila globosa. This visceral mass contains all the main organs of body. Okay, now see mantle or pallial complex. Let us see what is mantle cavity and what is pallial complex. The visceral mass is covered by a thin, delicate glandular covering called the mantle. You can see here the mantle. Here it is denoted as mantle. What is actually it is? It is the covering or thin and delicate covering. But which covering? Glandular covering. See here mantle, a thin delicate covering, which is how it is. It is a glandular, means contains glands. Mantle, or it is also known as pallium, which is the only characteristic molluscan organ. Which is the characteristic molluscan organ. Now see the edge of mantle, it is thick Edge of mantle, it is thick and contains shell glands. It contains shell glands which secrete the shell. Shell means outer covering किंवा जे कवच म्हणतो आपण त्याला, ते कुठून सिक्रेट केलं जातं? The shell glands which are present at the mantle. Okay. Then see next diagram. See mantle cavity and pallial complex, what it consists of actually. See, you can see here visceral mass, pulmonary sac. Then this is the mantle, this leaf-like structure, osphradium, left pseudopipodium, then right pseudopipodium, tenidium, rectum, vagina, epidynia. A diagram is a female individual dissected to show the organs of the pallial cavity. Let us see one by one. The anterior part of the body is covered by mantle, which forms large space called the mantle cavity or pallial cavity. It is bounded dorsally and to some extent laterally by the mantle fold. While its floor or the ventral side is formed by dorsal body wall. Many important organs lie in the mantle cavity, which are collectively known as organs of the pallial complex. See, as we have seen, this visceral mass or body, it consists of many important organs of the pilus body. So those organs present in this visceral mass, they are known as what? Pallial complex. Mantle cavity contains those organs collectively known as pallial complex. Okay. Now see the pallial complex, what it includes. It includes epidynia, then pulmonary sac or lung, osphradium, then tenidium or gill, rectum, genital organs or duct. It is the part of kidney also. Near the right pseudopipodium, see this is right pseudopipodium. Near this right pseudopipodium is a prominent ridge or epidynia. Prominent ridge or epidynia is present, which runs backward. See, which runs backward up to the end of mantle cavity and divides mantle cavity into two regions, unequal regions. See, a small right branchial chamber and a large left pulmonary chamber, which plays an important role in aquatic and aerial respiration. A gill or tenidium. See here, tenidium. A gill, what is the function of gill or tenidium? For respiration. It is attached to the mantle on the extreme right side of the branchial chamber. The pulmonary sac. See this yellow colored, you can see here. The pulmonary sac or lung. It is a large bag hanging from the roof of pulmonary chamber and opening into it by a big pulmonary aperture. Close to the base of, see the osphradium. Here you can see the osphradium. It is small oval leaf-like structure attached to pulmonary chamber. close to the base of left nuchal lobe. The rectum is a tube. Now see the rectum. It is a tube. This rectum is a tube situated just on the left of the gill. Just left of the gill. Gill means this stenidium. On the floor of the branchial chamber. On the floor of branchial chamber. It opens into the mantle cavity or branchial chamber by anus. How it opens? By anus. In the male, the mantle cavity also contains, in the males, the mantle cavity also contains a hook-like copulatory organ or penis and a hypobranchial gland. The copulatory organ arises from the edge of the mantle and gets connected with the genital duct only during copulation. The hypobranchial gland lies at the base of the penis. The anterior chamber of the kidney renal organ is a small reddish mass projecting into the branchial chamber near the posterior end of epithenia. Near the posterior end of the epithenia. It opens by a small slit-like renal aperture. By this we have seen how the visceral mass contains the covering, that is mantle, how it secretes the how it contains shell glands and how it secretes the shell in molluscans, then its head region, its foot, the operculum, the pseudopipodiums, right and left pseudopipodiums, they are the folds of mantle cavity also, mantle cavity only. Then the foot, triangular shape of foot, what is the function of foot? Mantle cavity and pallial complex. In next video, we will discuss about digestive system of Pila globosa. Till then, take care.